もしまたこの度疑問の不平せられば、書いてまた口語を攻略せん。誠なるかな、摂取不捨の真言、調整慶応の章を問診して治療することなかれと。If once again one is entangled in the net of doubt, through this one once again has to, through innumerable kalpas, have to experience how true it is, the true words embraced and not forsaken, the rare Dharma that is world surpassing, the true Dharma that is world surpassing and rare. Listen and comprehend, let there be no wavering. The passage I'm quoting from can be found in the general preface to the Kyogyo Shinsho. The Kyogyo Shinsho is a text that lays the foundation for Jodo Shinshu Buddhism, and because of this is often referred to as the Honden, or the primary text. And in this general preface, Shinno Shonin lays out the reason and the general content of the entire text. He reminds us that we are constantly entangling ourselves in a net of doubt. And he uses the image of a net because the more we try to struggle to get out of the net, the more entangled we find ourselves in that net. And so struggling is what causes us to get even more and more stuck. And that which we are struggling from, Shinno Shonin tells us, is our doubt. Doubt of the primal vow, doubt of Amida, doubt of the Pure Land, doubt of the meaning and value of my own life. And doubting the meaning and value of one's own life is equivalent to doubting the primal vow. And the reason for that is because the reason why Amida Buddha gave rise to the primal or fundamental vow was to assure that someone like me can and will be saved. That is why Shinno Shonin refers to the name Namo Amida Butsu, the fulfillment of the fundamental vow, as embracing and not forsaking. It is world surpassing and extremely rare because it transcends all measures of value that we use in our world. Are you good enough? Are you smart enough? Are you rich enough? Are you pretty enough? All of these measures that we use don't mean anything to the primal vow, fundamental vow, because Amida Buddha looks at us through a completely different lens. Amida Buddha looks upon us and says, "You are precious and rare. There is no other entity in the entire universe exactly like you. You shine with your own light. You sparkle with your own glitter. How can I not appreciate and embrace that which is so rare and precious in the entire universe?" But we oftentimes find ourselves doubting ourselves. I, for one, began to really doubt the meaning of what it is that I'm doing with my career, with my life as a Jodo Shinshu priest. And so going back to Japan during these last 2 weeks was especially meaningful and important to me. I don't know that I found the answers to the questions that I've been asking. However, in returning to Japan, in seeing the breadth and the depth of Jodo Shinshu, and going to the library, for example, and seeing book upon book upon book, on shelves upon shelves upon shelves, on floors upon floors upon floors, one cannot help but to appreciate all the centuries of propagation of Jodo Shinshu that were meant to clarify one thing only, and that is the meaning of the fundamental vow of Amida Buddha. And the only reason that the fundamental vow of Amida Buddha was established was to help someone like me to understand and appreciate that this life that I hold is embraced and not forsaken. That regardless of whatever kind of doubt that I may have in the meaning and value of my own life, regardless of how entangled I may find myself or make myself, that Namu Amida Butsu was established just to help me to get out of the darkness of my own entanglements and to help me to see all the immeasurable lives that continue to support me regardless of whatever kind of doubt that I may have. Letting me know that I can let go of those doubts. And instead of having the doubt entangle me, allow the net to support me, to make sure that I understand that I cannot, will not fall any farther or deeper. Because instead of being entangled in the net of doubt, I will find myself within the embrace of Namu Amida Butsu. It is this truth, these realities of one's own doubt, and the embrace of the fundamental vow that transcends this doubt of ours, that Shin Shonin is asking us to hear and to consider, and to not hesitate at all in responding by saying Namu Amida Butsu, both with a sense of humility and with the deepest appreciation. This is part of the path of Namu Amida Butsu, and it is the path that I currently find myself in.